allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alright. So item 2, lottery numbers. Okay.
All right, so each of you has it in front of you, and you may have seen it, we did send it out today, but Erin was back. She was out part of last week, and Chrissy was here, and then also followed up with some staff, including some teachers, and just making sure that we were all on the same page with numbers, and make sure we had that input. As you can see, 4th grade, sophomore class, and junior class, make this a pretty easy guess where we're gonna look to try to fill some spots. We did have some openings there. 2nd grade, we felt okay about 1, and then 6th grade, 1, and 8th grade, I don't know why there's an asterisk there, but 1 there. And you see up to 5. And the reason why we put up to 5 on those is because we have a situation where, it says it in that paragraph above. We're not really trying to add 10. We're trying to add about 8. That would give us an average of 25 per class between the freshman and sophomore, or freshman through junior class. But the problem is that it's not always easy to fill junior spots or fill sophomore spots. So we think we would have more sophomores, but we're not exactly sure. So we set up to 5 because we're trying to keep that number around 75 for the bottom 3 grades of the high school.
So you would like to add 8 total?
Yeah, 8 to the high
depending
school.
on how that falls.
Yeah. What we would not do though is put like 7 in the sophomore class and 1 in that. We wouldn't do that. So that's why we put that up to 5. We don't want anything larger than 25 for those numbers. We took into consideration some of the unique challenges that may present itself for individual classes, et cetera, just circumstances, and tried to take those into thought when we discussed it as well. And that's why we wanted to make sure we had Erin and Christy as part of that conversation. Pretty typical, that's what we do every year. So. But any questions that you folks may have that Christy or I could help answer? I did want to say thank you to the people that helped out with registration, and Missy is the one that usually does the numbers and the follow-up with the parents if we had somebody miss registration, and she's on top of these numbers pretty well. So, with this and also our preschool number, we were down 1 person in preschool, and within 2 hours she had it filled up again at 10 kids. So she's really been great as far as making sure we had the numbers figured out. And we budgeted on 318, so we wanted a little wiggle room. So if we had some leave during the middle of the year, we were still a little bit above what that number was. So that way it didn't come back and say, okay, well, now we had a family of 3. Like we had 1 family moved to Texas for being in the military, then just family of 2. But what happens if we have another family? They got stationed somewhere else, or something else happened, they had to move for a job or something. Well, if we lose 3 or 4 kids, then we don't want to be sitting there thinking, okay, we got to add kids now in the middle of the year. It's just not always great.
It's just not fun if it goes the other way.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. No, we understand that, definitely.
Yeah.
We try to be pretty up on the numbers and try to make sure that we understand where they are. And, again, the last thing we want is really large numbers. And I was a teacher once, so I remember what that's like. And some years large class could work, and some years smaller class may not. So that's why we try to talk. And while we kind of shoot for that 24, 25 number, depending, we also know with kindergarten, we're leaving that at 23. And, we don't have any desire, even if, we still have kids that want to get in, but we don't think that it would be wise to do that. So. And 2 in the senior class are actually exchange students.
Senior or junior class?
We haven't listed as senior, but that's the thing, is if there's some additional ones that come in that families are interested in, we could put those in junior class. We could actually, even the two that we have in the senior class now, we could actually reclassify as juniors. We have one that was here a couple of years ago. Actually, stayed with Cindy that we ended up covering her as a sophomore, didn't we? Yeah. So it just kind of depended on situation, not just where we needed to fit, but how old they are, et cetera. So sometimes they come in and may only be 15 years old. So.
Any other questions or thoughts?
I like that 24 number a lot better than 25 for some reason. That just makes me feel better.
Just that little tiny bit of,
The only one that I would say I might have that exception to is 8th grade where there are siblings to come in. That's kind of where I'm at. And then I'm good with 8 in the high school between the
And
two
fourth
classes.
grade.
Yeah, and 4 for the 4th grade, yeah. Because that gets into the 24 number.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Okay, what do you need for,
just need a motion on this.
uh,
Because we've got a little bit of a range here, because you're saying up to 17.
Yeah,
If we wanna
yeah,
say that.
there's really more to the 15. The 17 is if you had 10 in high school. We're not looking to do that.
So if we
I'm
want
just
to
thinking
say,
overall numbers too.
Can I ask a clarifying question? Were you meaning for 8th grade to add both siblings and go
No,
over
no,
that
no,
number?
no.
No, okay,
No, you're asking
just
for
adding one of the 2 siblings.
Right.
Okay, I
And
couldn't quite
that's
tell.
why, like my motion probably won't have one for 2nd grade, probably won't have one for 6th grade. Because there aren't any siblings on there. And that's why to get that 25 number in the 8th grade, just because there's siblings that already go here.
We understand that.
That's kind of where I'm at. That's gonna be my motion.
Yeah.
Okay. So I move to add up to 4 for 4th grade. Up to 1 for the 8th grade with sibling preference. And do you want it listed out for sophomore and junior, or just
Just
high school?
up to
8?
5 in either class with a total of no more than 8, something like that. That work?
Okay. With up to 5 in either the sophomore or the junior class, not more than 8.
Total for the high school.
8 total for the high school.
I second. It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passed unanimously.
Okay, great, thank you, appreciate it. And we'll probably do that drawing on Wednesday, I would assume,
Okay.
and then let families know on Thursday. Or maybe Wednesday afternoon, something like that.
Okay, so then we will move to executive session under ORS 192.660 to